I tested positive. I could not understand why with her working, and she brought me down here. I will say that when what is called fire cider, it is a fermented apple cider with some other things in it that I've been taking every day since I got out for health benefits. It was helping me with my arthritis and my metabolism and all that as I've been working out. And fermented or mouthwash, over-the-counter cough medicines, all that stuff contains alcohol, and those would.
This is where things start getting complicated. The defendant is blaming everyday products like fermented cider, mouthwash, and cough medicine for a positive alcohol test. Courts hear this explanation a lot, but the real question is not intent. It is responsibility. Should probation conditions allow room for accidents like this?
And the time that she served as a sanction.
Ms. Morgan, anything you want to say on this?
Your Honor, I don't have any recommendations. The only thing that I would like to advise the court is that Ms. Hunt hasn't ever came clean about her substance use. It was constantly denying, refusing, sending it off for confirmation. We've had a diluted UA. So those are my concerns, that she's not willing to be honest.
Listen closely here. Probation officers are not just testing sobriety. They are testing honesty. Repeated denials, diluted samples, and confirmation requests can look less like confusion and more like avoidance. From the court's perspective, trust is already cracking.
Your Honor.
Ms. Hunt, is there anything you do want to say on your own behalf? You don't have to, but you can if you want.
Yes, ma'am, I would. So I would like to add, I have proof right here that on the 26th of this month, I made another payment of $300 because December I could not make my 141 because I had to pay for my scram and my bond. So I made sure I made that up in January. I will also say on 10/28, my sponsor sitting behind me, I work for her. She came and picked me up directly after I got that random breathalyzer in UA, and I spent the entire day with her working, and she brought me down here. I will say that when I tested positive, I could not understand why, because I have been taking this seriously. And me and her together went and looked back. I was taking what is called fire cider. It is a fermented apple cider with some other things in it that I had been taking every day since I got out for health benefits. It was helping me with my arthritis and my metabolism and all that as I've been working out and trying to get healthy. And we pulled it up, and once she went, because she has many years in recovery, explained to me that things like that are fermented or mouthwash, there's over-the-counter cough medicines, all that stuff contains alcohol, and those will make me throw positive. So from that moment on, I stopped after the 25th when the second one came back.
This is a classic mitigation moment. Scram monitoring, sweat patches, multiple UAs, meetings, sponsors, community service. She is stacking proof to show effort and accountability. But effort alone does not always outweigh a violation. Do you think courts should reward progress or strictly enforce the rules?
For those precious little old people that are up there, I'm doing obligations through my TFI child custody case to get my daughter home. I really am trying hard to do this right and make sure I'm following all my obligations. My sponsor's here. She can attest to this. She's witnessed me. I reach out to my small support group that I do have every single day. And I am just asking that you would reinstate my probation so that way I can continue to move forward in a productive manner. And I also have no problem wearing the scram for the rest of the time on my probation to prove that I am not doing anything to violate my probation. And it is an honest mistake that I forgot to do that DUI victim impact. That was a lesson learned for me that I need when I'm initialing. I need to really stop and read everything because I overlooked it. But I did do it the day within 24 hours after being released to prove that I am taking this serious and that it was an honest mistake. And that's all, Your Honor.
She calls it an honest mistake. Judges hear that phrase every single day. The problem is that probation paperwork is treated like a contract. Missing one requirement, even unintentionally, can still count as a breach. This is where sympathy and the law stop shaking hands.
Tested positive. The date collected for her hair follicle is 12/17/25 for THC. And she gave a diluted specimen on 1/5/26. And I have those test results, and there are TFI individuals on this screen.
And here comes the gut punch. New test results. Alleged sweat patch tampering. A positive hair follicle for THC. Once that information hits the record, everything she said earlier is viewed through a different lens. Ask yourself this. Does this change how you see her explanation?
And where I initialed, at the very end it had said that, and I just made the mistake in not reading everything. Like I was just initialing and not, that was where my lesson was learned, and that I really need to make sure that I'm reading everything.
All right, well, at this time, I find the defendant has violated her probation. Her probation is revoked.
This is the moment that ends the hearing. Probation revoked. Custody ordered. No dramatic speech, no second chances. Just consequences. It is a reminder that in court, compliance is not about trying hard. It is about following the rules exactly.